Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
Welcome to Dear Dana. We're at a new time right now. I want to go earlier. If I don't conflict with my friends that are YouTubers.
Got issues in my head. I like you in my
Come on
bed,
in. Hey, Grenade Lambert.
oh, everything
You're
is
here.
like a test. I better
Hello,
not
out in
text
the
or I'll
bushes.
come off desperate.
Come on in to Dear Dana. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Blow out through your mouth. Release the stress of the day. Shake it off. Come on in. We've got a story tonight. Camille and Charles.
So if I play dead,
Love child?
will you regret everything
The
that you
oldest
did?
child
that
of
you
Charles?
said? I don't think you understand what you're doing. And my heart's
William
like
and
a
Harry
blue
have
from
a half-brother?
bruising. I feel like when I'm with you, I'm losing.
You're gonna wanna hear
I feel
this.
like you think that this amusing. Sitting there
Nostradamus
gaslighting and
has made
confusing.
predictions about this
Was it
family.
me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry. The
Hello, out in the
confusion.
bushes.
Even though I offer
Happy
all
to
of the
see you,
solutions.
sort
I
of.
wish you loved me like I love you. It's stupid.
Sending all
When
my
I'm
love
alone
to
with
you.
you, I never feel
From the
lucid.
universe and
I
around.
wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I
Sending
knew
so much
this.
love to everybody.
When I'm with you, I feel so useless. I
sending
feel
prayers
diluted. My
to
heart's
everybody
being
on the
wounded.
coast because of the hurricane.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt.
We will probably
Never
be
really
getting
know
the
just
end
what you
of that
want.
here in Georgia.
With you, I don't ever feel calm.
Believe me, my
I
body
can
can
feel the
feel
sweat
it.
inside my palm.
Welcome to
Play
Dear
with me
Dana.
like
Come
cats
on
and a
in.
string.
We
You don't
will be
understand the
talking
pain it
about
brings.
King
You
Charles
don't
and
ever wanna
Camilla's
give me
love
wings.
child.
You don't ever wanna set me free.
He's been pursuing this for years.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster.
Hey, Rita Donovan.
Under my bed, think you're
Yes, God bless the hurricane sufferers. We need to wrap them in protections and love.
But if I
A
lay
lot of
down
them are coming into
and
Georgia.
I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Move your body in your seat, rock back and forth. Did you know shaking your hips back and forth can help release trauma that's residual in your body?
Then will you get bored of
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Blow out through your mouth.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead,
The last chorus here.
sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed.
Inhale deeply.
Something out of my nose.
Hold it. Move your hips left to right. You may feel some emotion well up in your body. Blow out through your mouth.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what
Job.
you want.
Just release the
With you,
stress
I
in your
don't
body.
ever feel calm. I can feel the
We're
sweat
about to
inside
end
my
this
palm.
now.
Play with me like cats and a string.
We're going to end on this.
You don't understand
Bless.
the pain it brings.
Everybody
you don't
come on
ever wanna
in.
give me wings.
Welcome to Dear
You
Dana.
don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil
Okay, we're
voodoo.
gonna end
Got
this
me
now.
coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything
Just
is
move
like
your
a
body and
test. I
release.
better not text.
I'm not
or I'll
moving as
come
much
off
today.
desperate.
But if I lay down,
Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop it there. Welcome to Dear Dana. YouTube wants me to introduce myself. I'm a trained psychotherapist. I do hypnosis guided meditation. I've got a certificate in alternative medicine. We can talk about those things. I do not do psychotherapy on this channel. We talk about different things that have to do with psychology, spirituality, social commentary, mental illness, mental health, all kinds of topics. This community is about positivity, raising your vibration, resonating higher. Mental health, mental illness, a little pop culture, a little bit of everything. Community is about banding together, helping yourself, helping others. It's about a community. No negativity. Not allowed. My motto is your vibe attracts your tribe. And that is so, so true. It's so, so true. This is a safe community. It's educational in a lot of ways. We laugh together. Sometimes we cry together. But, all in all, it's a safe place. Yes, prayers to those in Florida being hit by the hurricane. We will get the residual of it probably here in Georgia. I've got MS. My body feels it coming before it's coming. So, yeah, I'm dealing with some pain over here, but it's tolerable. It's tolerable. But my body feels the barometric pressure change. I'm sure some of you can relate. But anyway, YouTube wanted me to introduce myself. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I'm almost, even though I have MS, I'm also a fitness instructor. But mainly for two different things, Pyo and quarter force, which is a form of kickboxing. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. But anyway, welcome on a Wednesday night. I pushed back my time so as not to intercede with a couple of other, 2 or 3 other creators, hoping it would make a difference. I'm playing with the time. Playing with the time to see what works better. So we shall see. But tonight, thanks to my mod and my good friend, Sheila Steve, he turned me on to this story. I never knew. If not for him, I would not know. There is a story out, and this guy has been pursuing it for decades. For decades. This guy was adopted and sent over to Australia at a few months old. His biological grandmother, I'm assuming she's biological. Maybe she's not. I have to get the deets on that. Anyway, his grandmother used to work for Queen Elizabeth. But she was involved in his adoption. Maybe she's his grandmother by adoption. But his grandmother has been telling him since he was little, no secret, that he is the birth child of Camilla and Charles. And as part of the adoption agreement, his middle name was to remain Charles. And at his time of birth, Camilla was 17 and Charles was 18. Now, of course, there's no way in hell Queen Elizabeth would have allowed that child, him, and I'll give you his name here shortly, to remain in the family at that time. I think it was like 1965. Because it would have caused all kinds of chaos in the UK, in the kingdom, in the royal family. Because A, she didn't like Camilla. She felt Camilla was not attractive enough, didn't have enough of a background. She wasn't going to let Charles marry Camilla. She was not going to let there be a bastard child out of wedlock. So they were going to make sure that child was not to be known of. Think about it. There is one photo, if I can find it in time, that shows Camilla with a tiny waist and what appears to be a baby bump in the early months. There is. Now think about that. Someone said, who would they would want that child because he would be the first king, blah blah blah. No, they would not. And I know they probably would not have approved at that time an abortion. So it was made, from what I understand, the baby was kept in until a few months old, and then an adoption took place. And this grandmother was part of the adoption, and a family adopted the child, and the child was taken to Australia. Think about the jump there, right? Never to be known about. Now, this grandmother told him from little on up who he was. His birth certificate looked like it was signed by his birth mother, not his birth mother, his adoptive mother. That all the writing on it is from his adoptive mother. So when he got old enough, he has been pursuing the rights to know, and he wants to contact Harry. Now, he hasn't gained a penny, from what he says, from any of this over the years. It has cost him money. Now, if anyone recalls, when Hillary Clinton was running, there was a son that came forward with receipts that said he was Bill Clinton's son. He was a young black man, that for this world, well, he was mixed, for this world looked like Bill Clinton. And said that cars would come around and bring him Christmas presents during the holidays, and checks would be cut for his mother, who at one time was a prostitute, and Bill would hook up with her and make sure she had so much money. But unfortunately, I think she, if I'm not mistaken, had addiction issues. He spoke like Bill. He looked like Bill. And I think they denied. He had been to Bill Clinton's house, and it was a lot because of Hillary that he was unable to connect with Bill like he wanted to. Bill had visited him when he was younger. So I'm seeing a repeat of this, but with no contact, it appears, from the kingdom. I have photos to show, and he has a photo of he married an Aboriginal lady, and he has a photo of his young son, profile shot, that a lot of the images, a lot of the features of his son sure do favor Queen Elizabeth. They sure do favor Queen Elizabeth. So I have to wonder, in all of this, would Charles and Camilla just completely not address it whatsoever? Would they not address it whatsoever? I mean, he is so sure he wants a complete DNA test. He said, if it came out wrong, it would be egg on his face, but he's confident. He is confident. Let me show you some pictures. Maybe this isn't a good time. But I'm trying to play with the time to see what's better for everybody. I know everybody's back at work, kids are back in school. I tend to have evergreen material that people watch along the way when they want to find out things about mental health, psychology, self-care, stuff like that. But I found this a very interesting topic. It's so sad about the death of Queen Elizabeth. She lived a very, very long life, as did her husband at 99 years old. But with King Charles taking over, it will be interesting to see how the running of the kingdom shall be. It is going to be, as the grief continues to take place, and they're honoring the Queen, and the transition for King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla continues. It will be interesting to see how things play out. He's trying to minimize the responsibilities in the kingdom to be more effective and, I guess, price conscious for everyone. I did find it interesting, though, when you're supposed to be focused on the Queen, how the media particularly was so focused on picking everything apart from how someone blinked or breathed or turned, or, you know what I mean? They just completely picked all of that apart. And I feel like it should have been a somber, loving, focused on the Queen, instead of picking in a negative way anything apart about the family. Truly. She reigned for over 70 years. At the core of her, she would have wanted everything to be beautiful and loving. Let me just say, I don't know William and Kate and Harry and Meghan. I don't know these people personally. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't. All we know is what mainstream media tells us. That's all we know. They feed us what they want to. They feed us what they want to. It's the truth. And they built the narratives they want us to hear. They do. And 100%, the kingdom would want Harry back. Hello, James Money 615. 100% the kingdom would want Harry back. And 100%, I feel like the kingdom thinks that Meghan catapulted or gave him the strength or bravery to go to the USA. So the more stress they can put on the marriage, maybe they feel like the more they can break it apart. And if he were no longer married, I guarantee you they feel like he would come home. Think about that for a minute. If there were more stress on his marriage and they broke up, do you think he'd go home? Do you think he'd go home? The more mainstream media picks and makes her the bone of contention for everything, and it gets put in people's brains, in his brain, her brain, and it breaks a marriage up. Do you think he'd go home if their marriage broke down? Think about it. I just feel like Queen Elizabeth's death, her services, and everything shouldn't have been a bully match to pick everybody apart at the services. Just my opinion, just food for thought. So now let's get back. Yes, he doesn't work, isn't qualified to do anything. You're talking about Harry? He would need the money. Yeah, he'd have to go back and work for the kingdom. He'd have to. He'd have to. You're right, Rita. I mean, I don't know what he's done otherwise. Like I said, I don't know any of them other than what the media tells me. I don't know any of them. Don't know any of them. I only know what the media tells me. So I'm not like choosing anybody's side. I only know what the media tells me. I'm going to be objective here. I'm going to be objective. I like both the brothers. I like both the brothers. I like what I see with Kate. Right? I mean, I didn't know much about Meghan until she married Harry. I'm going to be honest. Didn't. So I'm just watching things from afar, and I would have liked to see Queen Elizabeth, all her stuff, been about her. Been about her. Been honorable and just been about her. And not made it all this other stuff. I mean, you could have mentioned side things about how they're grieving and how they love their, all that stuff. And what's going to go on. But not all the little picky, icky stuff. No. Mm-mm. Just my 2 cents. But let's get back to, do Charles and Camilla have a love child? Now, is Charles my favorite person in the world? Nope and nope and nope. I don't like how he did Princess Diana. I can't say stuff about that. Do I know him well? No. Do I probably know more about him than the others? Yeah. I've heard good things about Camilla. I've heard not so good things about Camilla. But do I know either of them a lot? No, I do not. My daughter has started getting me to watch The Crown. I know they add things for drama in The Crown. I know that's not 100% their lives. From what I watch and study now more about over there, they do hide a lot of stuff because they want the kingdom to look a certain way for the people, right? Yes, praying for all the people in Florida. Look, we're supposed to get hit with some stuff too. They're talking about closing things down over here Friday. So I don't know what we're going to get. Sometimes we get bad storms because of it. Just saying. Because Georgia, just saying. So anyway, supposedly this guy, which I'm about to tell you, his grandmother's been telling him from the time he was little, because he was adopted and everything's squirreling, that he is a son of Charles and Camilla. Never been hidden to him. And he is now grown up in Australia. She worked for Queen Elizabeth. And I'm starting to think maybe she is the adopted grandmother. So here we go. Without further ado. Oh, without further ado, let me try my intro. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. And for you that are here, and those in the bushes, and those in the replay gang, please like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe, and share. I tend to do a lot of evergreen videos that people will watch from here and evermore. So yes, please like, subscribe, and share to Dear Dana. Thank you so much for bearing. Thank you so much for bearing here. For bearing here. If I slip up on my words tonight, or if I forget stuff, or my accent gets thick, it's one of those MS kind of days. So you'll have to forgive me. Okay, let me throw down. Let me throw down my intro. Thank you for being here, dear Dana. I sure appreciate you. Oh yeah, and on Friday at 4:30, I will have a guest, Brian Smith, from Helping Parents Heal and from Grief to Growth, his channel Grief to Growth. There is going to be a trauma summit offered free at the beginning of October. It's going to be free online. It's going to be live, free online to people who need it. It's going to be a big deal. So if you're dealing with trauma, either watch it at 4:30 on Friday Eastern so you can get all the details. It is going to be an amazing thing, very therapeutic. If you or someone you know is dealing with trauma, I highly recommend you watch 4:30 on Friday to get all of the details and that you take advantage of this. Truly, 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 truly. Brian Smith is an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy. I've had him as a guest before. You do not want to miss. I will be posting the thumbnail and stuff tomorrow for the live Friday at 4:30. You don't want to miss him. You don't want to miss him. So back to the love child. I'm going to share some photos to start with. I'm going to share some photos. Do 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 do. Chrome tab. Let's start with the love child. No, I don't want to share that one. Let's go here first. Okay, let's see if you can see that. The guy is older now, okay? He's older now. He's in his 50s. He is in his 50s. So this is the guy. It says, for years now, a man from Queensland has been claiming to be the secret son of King Charles III and Camilla. Now this man has shared some recent updates in the NDA paternity test following the Queen's death. I think it's supposed to be DNA. Simon Dorante-Day has now shared the details of the DNA paternity test. The 56-year-old says that this is an outcome of decades of research. Apparently, he was inundated with calls from media houses after Queen Elizabeth II's passing on September 8th. He shared the news update exclusively with News.com Australia. He said that he's considering legal action against the royals and is now ready to take King Charles III to court for DNA testing. In short, the new development is that Dorante-Day has discussed the legalities of the paternity case with senior legal figures to bring action against King Charles. There has been a discussion in there between a judge and myself and his barrister about the legal standing of Charles and whether the monarch is protected by the law or is above the law, Dorante-Day told the news outlets. And the answer to that was no. They told me that we don't see any reason why he is, and secondly, Camilla and her family are certainly not above the law. So that argument's already been had and settled, he said. The man said he will go to family court with evidence. Simon Dorante-Day, who had previously been to the family court for the same, said that the court mentioned if he can bring in any sort of evidence or any reports as such, then there's no reason why his DNA test application will be denied. The court had also previously mentioned that after the evidence, Charles and Camilla have to reply. He added, "It makes no difference to me whether that mountain in front of me is male or female." What? It makes no difference to me how high that mountain is. I've still got to climb it to prove that I know to be true. So for that regard, nothing has changed. The man has said that his case hasn't slowed down despite Charles' rise to the monarchy. Earlier this year, Dorante-Day had alleged that he'd written a letter to Queen Elizabeth II asking her to encourage her son to participate in DNA testing, but got no response. I don't want to play this video because I don't want to get in trouble. So, let's see if you can see this. Let's go to the next. Let me climb out of this one and go to the next one. Hey, Paranormal Witch and Shelly Marie. No worries. This is the next. See if I can get to the next pictures. See which ones I'm trying to share. Okay. This is where I want to go. Here are some of the photos. Okay. This one, the side by side where you see it says Pompeii, and then there's a younger photo. This one is where he's now, and that is him as a teenager. See the photo of him as a teenager? Now that photo of him as a teenager, when you put it side by side with some of the others, this is him in between Charles and Camilla. In between Charles and Camilla. What do you think? You know, in my opinion, the royals always have secrets. They've always had secrets. They've always had secrets. Secret affairs. Look at Elizabeth's sister. She was hooked up with that older man from the age of 13, 14? And that was the love of her life. She never got to marry him. This is him. Let me see what his name was again. Sorry. This is him side by side with Camilla. This is a picture of him now side by side with Camilla. Side by side with Camilla. Again, this is him in between Camilla and Prince Charles when he was younger. The features. This is him side by side with Camilla. This is him beside Charles. Charles now and Simon Dorante-Day now at 50-something. Charles now at 70-something and Simon Dorante-Day. Simon Dorante-Day. Do you see any resemblance? Yeah, everyone felt sorry for Margaret. Although Margaret would speak her mind, but can you see the photos of Simon Durante-Day beside Charles? Do you see any resemblance? That is Simon Durante-Day. Simon Charles Durante-Day is his name. Simon Charles Durante-Day. That's a picture of him now beside Charles now. Do you see any resemblance? Do you see any resemblance? Now let me go to some more. Let me go to some more photos so we can take a little look. Okay, Simon is married to an Aboriginal woman. Okay, he's married to an Aboriginal woman. She has dark skin. This is his son. This is a profile photo of his son. Of course, the son has darker skin. Beside Queen Elizabeth when she was younger. Profile picture of his son beside Queen Elizabeth when she was younger. Now, a lot of times a giveaway is the shape inside of the ears. Ears are a big giveaway. Ears are a big giveaway. And profile is a big giveaway. I want you to look at the son's profile and Elizabeth's profile. Charles would not have necessarily paid for his education. Let me tell you why. Because they adopted this child out. The child had another name. They were teenagers when it happened. Elizabeth wanted there to be no connection whatsoever after this occurred. She wanted Charles to marry a virgin. She wanted Charles to marry a virgin. Princess Diana was a virgin. At that time, she wanted everything to be crisp, clean, and no scandal that could be seen by her royal public. You have to remember, this was 1965. 1965. Things were vastly different at that time. They hid everything a lot more. Yeah, but look at the photo of his son and Queen Elizabeth. Tell me what you think. Look at the profile picture. Look at the ears. Look at the profile of the face, the smile, the nose, everything. Do I need to make it bigger? This is his child. This is Simon's child. Simon's married to an Aboriginal woman. Nevertheless, look at the profile. You don't look. It's about features, ears. You have to look at little tiny things. It's not the big picture thing. It's the little tiny things. Like insides of ears and stuff. Look, I'm more scientific, I guess. I break things way down. If I were just looking at a glance, I would not think they looked alike at all either. But if I start breaking it downtown, then I start seeing things. Yeah. Let me go further. I don't know who this is. Again, this is when Simon was younger. This is Simon beside Camilla. This is a photo of Simon when he was a teenager beside Camilla. Do you see any resemblance? Simon beside Camilla. Oops, what did I just do? Do you see any resemblance of Simon beside Camilla? Camilla is now queen consort. Camilla is now queen consort. Now that King Charles is King Charles III, Camilla is now queen consort, which means now Harry and I got a glitch. Harry and Prince, oh help me Dana, Kate and her husband. See, I told you it's an MSA. I can't remember his name all of a sudden. They have to bow to her. They have to bow to her. Queen consort is the wife of a reigning king. A queen consort usually shares her spouse's social rank and status. She shares her husband's social rank and status. She can't rule. See, the difference is she cannot rule. It's just sort of like a title. Hello, Ava. You know, I hate to say it, I just don't like him. He treated Diana terribly. He treated her terribly. Diana was a contract to him. Diana was a contract to him, in my opinion. She was just a way to bring two children into the world. Now, this is Simon beside another royal family member. I can't remember his name. Please forgive me. Like I said, it's another one of those days. William and Harry, brothers. See, I couldn't remember William's name a minute ago. Earlier, I was stiffer than a male virgin going on a date with a homecoming queen, let me tell you. But don't. It's an MS kind of day. Selma Blair, I love her to death, but she has been able to get stem cell transplant and all the things I cannot afford. All the things I cannot afford. My mom goes, "Oh, she's doing so good." I'm like, "Yes, she can afford things I can't afford." This is another photo of Simon's son beside a young Queen Elizabeth. Now, I want to check out. Oh, I can't see that. Sorry, that's a son. Here's a bigger picture. I don't know if you can see that. Because I just flipped on to another thing. Let me stop screen and share. Let me share the bigger photo. If it will let me. Let's see. I don't have audio, so let me go. Is it going to let me share? Share. Okay, and we will get to. There it is. Nostradamus. Okay, this is his son. Besides another photo of Elizabeth, they're not going to look exactly the same. But if you look at the angle of the nose and how it points, okay, if you look inside the ear, see how the ear curves right there? In science, in biology, you can tell the relation of people by the inside of the ear, okay? If the cut of the ear is the same, okay, it's like a fingerprint. If the cut of the ear is the same, you can pretty much count on them being related. Look at the cut of the mouth, okay? See the cheek where the mouth, when they smile, goes? And the bottom lip? The chin. The chin. You see that? See the way the eyebrow is and the way the eye slit, the way the eye shape is? It's those things you have to look at. Do they look exactly alike? No. But when you break down pieces and parts, yeah. Now do you get what I'm saying? You have to break down pieces and parts. Hey, Levon's Library Sweetness and Nikki, thank you all for being here. I am experimenting with times to see what is better for this loving community because I don't want to be on top of other creators. So I appreciate any feedback as well. I'm experimenting with times. We are talking about Simon. We're talking about Simon. This guy right here. Let me bring him back up. This is when he was young. Okay? This is when he's young. For those that just popped in, this is side by side with Charles. Him now with Charles. His grandmother, I'm assuming adopted grandmother, told him from the time he was little that he was the child of Camilla and Charles. She used to work for Queen Elizabeth. There was never a secret about it. Never a secret about it. He's 50-something years old. This is him young. He was adopted by a couple in Australia. The grandmother that worked for Queen Elizabeth always told him, this is him a little bit younger. And I'm not sure the one on the right, which guy that is. I'm not sure which guy that is. Again, him beside Elizabeth. And supposedly it has been a cover-up ever since. Ever since. This is him beside another relative in the family. I don't know who that guy is. Anybody know who that guy is? Now listen to this. Nostradamus predicted the death of Queen Elizabeth. You all know who Nostradamus is, right? Yes or no? If you don't know who Nostradamus is, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you don't know who Nostradamus is. An angel message came up for somebody that said it is a perfect timing for giving and receiving. It is a perfect timing for giving and receiving if you have been hesitant. If you have been hesitant for allowing somebody to help you, somebody has been questioning whether it's okay for somebody to help you right now. If you're watching in the bushes, if you're going to be watching in the replay, or if you're in the chat right now, an angel message has come up that you have been wondering if it's okay for somebody to help you right now. You have been throwing it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It is okay for you to allow somebody to help you because you will be helping them later. So quit worrying about it and just allow it. Just allow it. Whoever I'm speaking to right now, someone is just worrying about it. But anyway, Nostradamus was a past prophet, okay? And he predicted Elizabeth's death. But anyway, here's an article that says, under shock to the British royal family and the general public who follow the royals, Nostradamus, the medieval mystic and astrologer, seems to have predicted, they say, we're assuming, that Prince Harry will ascend the throne after King Charles III, media reports said. He didn't say Harry. The shocking claim has been made by an author after interpreting the detailed works of Nostradamus, Arthur Mario Reading's book, which was published in 2005, claims that King Charles III will abdicate the throne for Prince Harry. Reading had also claimed that Nostradamus had predicted Queen Elizabeth II would die in 2022. Reading's book, Nostradamus, The Complete Prophecies for the Future, has mentioned that Queen Elizabeth II's death was prophesied 450 years ago by the mystic in his book of poems. He further mentioned that King Charles III would take over as monarch in 2022 at the grand old age of 74. Reading believes that many British citizens didn't like Charles' behavior with Lady Diana and his ultimately divorcing the legendary Queen of Hearts. Nostradamus predicted that a man would replace King Charles III, who was never expected to be king. This meant that Prince William would be set aside for whatever reason, and Harry would be on the throne as King Henry the Ninth? I don't know. 1X. My brain's too tired to figure that one out. At the age of 38. Reading also said that Nostradamus predicted that the Commonwealth would break up and he would be king of the islands. There were more popular predictions by Nostradamus, which included World War I, World War II, Fire of London, and the rise of Adolf Hitler. Reading's book sold 5 copies in the week before the death of the Queen, and after the Queen died on September 17th, it sold more than 8,000 copies. An expert on Nostradamus' work, Bobby Shaler, believes there would be a World War III soon. France would be attacked from the east as predicted. To further spook someone, the 9/11 terrorist attack and the COVID-19 pandemic, too, were predicted by Nostradamus. Around 70% of the prophecies by Nostradamus have been fulfilled. His full name was Michael de Nostradamus, and he was born in 1503 and died in 1566. Meanwhile, the royal family's 2 week mourning period came to an end on Tuesday with the unveiling of King Charles' new monogram. So, what do you think? What thinks you, my beautiful community? Well, it says, I don't like Meghan as princess anyway. Well, she's not a princess. And from what's going on, Charles, even though Lilibet and Archie are capable of having the titles of prince and princess, Charles is holding back, allowing them those titles until he sees what comes out in Harry's bombshell book. But from what mainstream social media says, who knows, who knows, who knows? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Because anymore, I don't trust news or mainstream social media. I have to kind of use my gut and pick it apart myself. So, that being said, they're saying he's going back, using scruples, and trying to edit it. Because Charles will not give them those titles if it's going to blow the kingdom up. Because it's assumed that he would tell it like it is about Camilla. Because his relationship isn't good. It is said he offered to make amends, so to speak, with Camilla, but he wanted to have a mediator to make the conversation more fair, to make it more smooth. Camilla spluttered in her tea. She refused to do so, from what media says. She said if there was going to be any conversation, it would be private and just between family. No mediator. So, and it's supposedly Harry and Meghan got to have a conversation with King Charles. And it just sounds like he's trying to push him completely out. When he changed the stuff on the net about the family, he dropped them completely to the bottom from what is being said on MSM and said very little about them. Yes, they chose to go to California. So, I don't know. Yeah, Charles always loved Camilla. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see if I can find the picture of Camilla with baby bump. Let's see. Camilla. I can't spell today. I can't spell today. Yes. I love you all so much. Just thought I needed to say that. And in the community tab, please, you all, leave me notes about when it's more convenient for you guys for me to go live so I can have my family in here because I know other creators that I love and respect go live. I don't want to clash with them. I know I'm more of a educational, goofy kind of channel, not so dramatic. So I know that you all come out of love for the community. I get it. But, I want my family in here too. I want you in here too with me. So, I'm trying to be accommodating. You get what I'm saying? And also, Tell me what you want to see in here. And if you want me to do more spiritual stuff, if you want me to talk about hypnosis, what do you want me to talk about? And a reminder, Friday at 4:30, I've had him on before. He is a family man. He has also lost a child. He's easy on the eyes, by the way. He's going to be with some other people offering a free trauma summit. Free, 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 free. We're going to be talking about that and other things on Friday. So if you know somebody that has dealt with a lot of trauma, that needs that kind of help, that can't afford it, and it's being done by incredible people, I'm telling you, have them come at 4:30 on Friday or watch the replay because you will not be offered this kind of help free by incredible people anywhere else. Just saying. Just saying. And I love you. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. And if you want a special session kind of reading with me, we can do that too. But you have to make an appointment with me by DM. You get me? If you want feedback from people I've done it with, I can give you that too. I can. Okay, I found a picture. I found a picture. She was like 17. And they're saying this is a baby bump from when she gave birth quietly. This was in the beginning. Okay, I'm going to share. Share, Dana, share. Okay, that's the wrong share, I think. No, it's not. It is not the wrong share. Share screen. Sure. Okay, this is the baby bump, y'all. This is it. Okay, what do you think? Do you see it? What did I just do? Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. Okay. Do you see it? She has a tiny waist. She has a tiny waist. You may not can see it good. And then there's a curve of a baby bump right there. The waist is really tight in. Okay. Tiny waist. Tiny waist. And then there's a bump. She was 17. She looked pretty good there. She was 17. There's a bump. That's before she began to. Ooh, she wasn't married. She was 17 there. Then you didn't. There were no pictures of her for months, is what was said for months and months and months. Mm-hmm. Methinketh there's something here, y'all. Methinketh there is something here. And when you hear the man talk, he does not sound like a goofball. He does not sound like a goofball. He doesn't. That picture's too little for me to blow up. Simon Dorante-Day. Uh-oh. Simon Dorante-Day. Middle name Charles. That's what his name is. You know what? Sometimes we don't get why people are together. And it seemed like they were good with Megan until the Mexit. The Mexit. And you know what? This Simon Durante Day is saying The big to do about the Mexit came out at the same time he was pushing for Charles and Camilla to come forward about being his parents. He feels like it was really blown up at the same time he was pushing for them to admit he was his parents. They were his parents. As a cover up to keep the public from talking about him. This is what he is saying. That it was easier to make that a blow up than him a blow up. What thinks you? What thinks you? Because it's funny. With all the social media stuff, with all of it, I had never heard a peep. I had never heard a peep about this love child. Had you? Until Sheila Steve told me about it. I had never heard a peep about that. I mean, Eden's been watching The Crown. Never heard a peep about it. And this guy has been seeking them to come clean for decades. Never heard a peep about it. And he's just put on the superheat about it. The superheat about it in the last few years. Rita says, I love you, Rita. She says, I worked for lawyers too long. I don't believe anything. I get what you're saying. I do. I question everything. I don't know how much I believe of it. I always want proof. Give me proof. I see some things. I think it could be possible. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. When I hear him talk, I know he believes it. I know he really believes it. I don't feel like he's somebody trying to scam. I know he really believes it. I do believe his grandmother told him this. But I want proof. Give me all the DNA. Give me all the DNA. But do I believe Camilla and Charles would try to cover it up? Oh, hell yeah. In a heartbeat. Elizabeth and all of them, do I believe they would all try to cover it up? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do I think his children would know? Look, they would cover that up tight. Elizabeth, Charles, Camilla would cover that up tight. Tight, tight, tight. They would not talk about that. They would have that locked down so hard that would never be talked about. If it was before everything, they would just not talk about it. And here's the thing. Did you know William did not want to be king? He finally acquiesced. He did not want to be king. I try to think in my head, for what reason would Charles ever step down? Health. Health would be the only reason. I told Stephen, in my gut of guts, I had this feeling, I don't want anybody to be caused any harm. Ever. Even people I don't like. I don't want anybody to ever be caused any harm. Yeah, William didn't want to be king, but Harry did. But William acquiesced. Because he's the oldest. That's kind of how it goes. Look, Elizabeth initially didn't want to be queen. She acquiesced. But what was I going to say? Dana, back up. I lost what I was going to say. That makes me mad. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I never wish anybody any harm. Ever. Let me preface with that. just have this feeling that Charles is going to have some heart issues. Mm, I just have this feeling. It bothers me. Yeah, look, Andrew now lives with his ex-wife because they were always friends first. It does bother me about Andrew and the Epstein scandal. That has upset me very much so. That's why he was stripped away of his stuff. But they were going to let him wear his uniform to start with and not Harry. Those are two different issues, folks. He was mixed up in very bad stuff. Harry was not. Don't put them in the same pot. That's skeezy. Do not put them in the same pot. Skeezy, skeezy, skeezy. They should have never been considered in the same pot. No. Yeah, you were very right, Paranormal Witch Willow. You were very, very right. But they were going to let Andrew wear his uniform after he did all that skeezy, icky stuff. And then they finally acquiesced and let Harry. Give me a break. Not even the same things because Harry moved, but Andrew did all that stuff. Ugh. Do not consider them even. No. Harry moved. Andrew did skeezy PEDO stuff. Gross, gross, disgusting. Allegedly. Allegedly, but he was connected to Harvey Weinstein. Enough said. Enough said. Look, I predict Charles will be off the seat within the decade. Within the decade. If not earlier. Within the decade. I can probably narrow it down to the year and let you know. But I predict he will be off the throne within the decade, if not sooner. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, he's been waiting so long, but he's going to catch a lot of heat too from the public. So many people still don't like him and still don't like Camilla. There's going to be a lot of pushback. There's going to be a lot of pushback. It's hard to go from Elizabeth to Charles. It's hard to go from that to that. Just saying. Yeah, Harry did the Oprah interview. That's what Rita's saying. A lot of the royals don't trust him. They're afraid of what's coming out in the new book. That is why he's back to editing. And then, the people that are putting out his book, right? When he sent the first take on the book, they were like, there's too much about mental health in here and it's too emotional. So they sent it back to him for some redos because it's too emotional and too much about mental health. Give me a break. Look, in the world right now, there needs to be more about mental health. There needs to be more about mental health. In my opinion, this world has spent decades upon decades upon decades trying to hide mental health. trying to hide mental health, make people shamed about it, call people names about it. You crazy. Oh, you just crazy. You got problems. You got mental illness. You crazy. Let me tell you, everybody in this world except a baby has dealt with mental health in some form, one way or another in their life. In their life. It needs to have a light shine on it to remove the stigma. If you break an arm, if you are throwing up, if you smash your head on concrete, if somebody gets shot, they go to the hospital. No shame, no shame, no shame. They go to the hospital to get help. They are not ashamed of that. They're in pain, they go. If you are hurting in here, if your emotion hurts, right? If you can't deal, it is invisible. It is another kind of injury or pain. Why are people trying to hide that? It is the same damn thing. You go get help. The world, the public, the United States, everything needs to quit making it an issue and let people get help. Damn it. Mental health affects you physically. It creates illness. All that stuff. If the world, if the United States would put more of a focus on mental health, guess what? Insurance would go down. People would have less illness. People would have less disease. People would be happier. They would be on less medication. You'd have more friends. Bet you. I'm telling you. It's getting on my last nerve. Getting on my last nerve. Soon, they are going to have it where I can have situations where I can open up private groups on here. Charge $5 if I want to. And deal with some mental health issues. That might be of interest to people. I don't know. But I am so over people, the world, the United States, different countries, people with ignorance, making mental health out to be something to be ashamed of, bullied, traumatized of. I'm over it. I'm so over it. That means you're in pain, just like you're in pain when your body's injured. That's what that means. Mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. That's what my channel is about. Guess what? I'm not ashamed of it. Not ashamed of it. So welcome to Dear Dana. Please like and subscribe. And today we're talking about Camilla and Charles and this love child. And if he is seriously their love child and they gave him up because of what the kingdom says, the firm says, wonder how it's affected him all of this time. Knowing that he wasn't wanted because of rules. Wasn't wanted because of rules. Sorry I went off, y'all. Sorry I went off. Didn't mean to. Nikki says mental health help is so important. When I first went to counseling in the 80s, my dad said it was a crutch. I think a lot of people think that way still. Yeah, I do think they think it's a crutch. How is it a crutch? If you're in pain, maybe it is a crutch. You break your leg, you use a crutch. People that don't, you know what? Here's the thing. This is the thing that's funny. I think parents at some point or time were afraid of their kids going because they were afraid you might talk about them or complain about them or have an aha moment of how they might have affected you. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because guess what? I've been to therapy. Therapists have to go to therapy so they don't project their crap on other people. Makes sense to me. My daughter willingly goes to therapy. I am so proud of her. Guess what my mom said to me? She said, she might go to therapy and talk about you. I said, good, I hope she does. If I've done something that bothers her in some way, I hope she does talk about it in therapy and feels okay to come talk to me about it. I hope she does talk about me. I shut my mom right up. I shut my mom right up. I hope she does talk about me. Paranormal Witch really said, Crutch, mental health issues, nothing to be ashamed of. Mental health is real. People don't want to see it. People don't want to see it. Karma is real. That's what paranormal says. Karma is real. Yeah, Willow said her ex said, she told him she was depressed. He said, deal with it on your own. People, Lord have mercy. That's why I try to focus on mental illness stuff. I never want this community to be afraid to tell me what you want to talk about. Look, I started this channel thinking I could be like Dear Abby, be like Dear Dana, and people could send me problems. They could write me if they wanted to. Send me problems, and I would read them and read my answer to them. And we could talk about it. Nobody got the memo. Nobody got the memo. So I had to deviate and say, well, I guess I got to come up with topics. That's how things change here. Never, ever, ever be afraid to tell me you want to talk about something. And if you don't want to mention your name on here, I won't. Rita said, whoop, whoop. Yeah, mental health is stigmatized because people don't want other people to think they're crazy or have mental illness. Yes, I blow it up so I can see y'all. I don't blow it up so I can see me because I could care less. Menopause was hard, let me tell you. No sleep, nervous for nothing, and your husband thinks you're nuts. I am so sorry, y'all. I did not go through menopause. Oddly enough. Or if I did, I didn't recognize it because I have MS. Okay? And I lost a child, so that I was already going through stuff. So if no, I had everything taken out while I still had Noah. And I lost him right after. So I never recognized any menopause symptoms. But I had everything removed except one ovary. They had found a tumor. They had found a tumor on my left ovary. So I had no option but to go in and have everything removed except one ovary. I had a tumor, I had a big tumor, and another tumor. And they went in, I guess this is story time. They went in and they were going to manually try to remove everything. But I had had so many surgeries, and when he went in there was so much scar tissue that he had to close me up and he couldn't do it. So when I woke up and he told me that he couldn't do the hysterectomy after cutting me open, OMG. OMG. I was mad as hell that they went in to do surgery and didn't do the surgery. Have you ever in your life? Have you ever in your life? Noah was still here. Eden was here. Went in to do surgery and couldn't do surgery because there was so much scar tissue. Because of surgeries I'd had. Because I'd had cysts and everything else. So I told him, I was so mad. I said, you better reschedule the surgery for next week. So they did. And this time they used a robot to do the surgery. They used a robot and took out my uterus, my tubes, and one, oh gosh, Dana, think. My uterus, my tubes, and one, please help me, Jesus. I'm not drunk, it's an MSA. You know, it holds the eggs. Please help me. My uterus, my tubes, and left one of them. I said it earlier. And it was successful, and I never went through all of that stuff. Ovary! Thank you, Rita, for the touchdown. This is what MS does to me sometimes. I cannot remember certain words when I am in a flare and I'm in a flare because of the change in weather, the storm coming, and everything. So please forgive me. This is what MS looks like for me sometimes. It is different for everybody. Please don't pity me or feel sorry for me. It is different for everybody, and it depends on the location of the lesions on your brain. So I'm not asking for pity, but it does affect me finding things in my library, for lack of better. So I appreciate you. I am sorry. I can see the picture in my head, and I cannot move it sometimes. But you get what I'm saying. So I feel for you. There is stuff you can get at the herbal store that really helps. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you. Yes, I'm asking for understanding. Thank you, Shelley, for understanding me. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. If you go to the herbal store, black cohosh is what helps. Black cohosh helps with having that. Truly. Go to the herbal store and tell them that you're going through that. There may be other things. But I deeply believe in herbal medicine instead of having to take regular pills. Oh, ginger. Good. That's good to know, Rita. It's not that I don't believe in Western medicine. I believe Western medicine and Eastern medicine and herbal medicine sometimes work the best together. I don't think it's a one and done. I do not think it's a one and done. I think you have to pull at different things sometimes for it to work the best. And that's why I learned energy healing and stuff like that. And I love herbal stores. I love crystals. They do have energy to them. I love selenite. Now look, these are weird ones. I don't know why they'd ever make a sharp point. I got two round ones. One is in my purse. Why would they make the sharp point? Do they think a werewolf's coming to my house? Or, or a vampire? I don't know. But I got them as a set, and two of them are very sharp. Two of them are very sharp, but I love my selenite. It's my primary go to because I can feel it when I move it over my body. I can feel it. My family can feel it. You can feel it like remove the little remnants that have attached to you through the day, that have attached to your spirit through the day. You can feel it sort of just shift off of you. I highly recommend. Highly, highly, highly. Highly, 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 highly. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know what you think about this. Do you feel like he is potentially their son? I feel for him deeply. I feel for him deeply. Be- be- because that could be my husband's story in some ways. He grew up in Denmark. He grew up in an orphanage. He didn't know his parents. He found his dad as an adult. I mean, I connected to that story. He didn't have royal parents, but I connected to that story because of it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It should be interesting to see what happens. It should be interesting. And as far as Meghan and Harry, listen, I think they should back off Meghan. Let me tell you why. They have two little ones. They have two little ones now. Eventually, those little ones are going to get bigger and read all this stuff about their mom and dad. There may be some of it true. There may be a lot of it that's not true. We know how media goes. Yeah, it's a chance it's their son. We know how media goes. There may be some of it that's true about Meghan. There may be a lot that's not. Right? We know how they dog pound on stuff. But they got two little kids. These are their parents. I don't think it would be fair to Kate Williams' kids either. I don't think it would be fair. Sometimes I think it's best to back off when you're media. But, everybody goes for the story. We'll see what Harry does about his book. We'll see what he does about his book. I know Queen Elizabeth wanted the brothers to make amends. In the big picture, I would love to see William and Harry make amends for their mom, Diana. Above all, I would love to see that. Something is up with Meghan. She doesn't speak to her family and has separated Harry from his family. Look, you cannot the only person that can separate you from your family is you. Unless you are married to an ABUSER, and that is a different situation. Harry is the only one that has separated himself from his family. Because look, he had mentioned not wanting to do all that stuff prior to her. And I think that when she came into the picture and she was American, it gave him the support and bravery to jump ship. Gave him the support and bravery to jump ship. So, and he did. If they broke up, he'd be home. It's my theory. You cannot, when there's a two-person thing, everybody cannot blame, and I'm not pro her. I don't know all of them. Let me say that again. I don't know all of them. She could be doing a lot of janky stuff. I don't know. I do not know. But I know in relationships as a therapist, even if one person is the worst, it still takes two. One could be more the worst than the other, but it still takes two. He had more power than her and prestige and money. Okay? More power, prestige, and money. More power, prestige, and money. So, she's not she can be responsible for a lot and sway him, okay? She's not responsible for everything. I just think he wanted to do it a long time ago, and she was the perfect reason to jump ship. That's what I think. And she might rule the roost. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know. I only know what mainstream social media keeps feeding me. And I have to just try to weave apart things. Have to weave apart things. Just don't know. Try to use my own brain to just figure it out. Then you hear Tyler Henry guested them for so long, and he says other things. I mean, Tyler Perry says other things. Then you hear media say this. It goes back and forth. I don't know. I'm not there. Trying to be fair. I don't know. I'm not there. She could be the worst thing. She could be the best thing. I don't know. They're all people. They all do things. She could be bossy as you know what. I don't know. He would be probably easy to push around a little bit. Who knows? I don't know. For the longest time, he was called the heir and the spare. William's the heir, he's the spare. I don't know if I'd like to be called the spare. Think it like mental health. If you had a older sister, older brother, and they were called the heir and you're called the spare, you're just the spare. You don't really hold importance. You're the spare. Yeah, I know, that's their culture. It's their culture, but behind all the pomp and circumstance, even with Queen Elizabeth, even with Charles, even with Harry, even with William, all of them, you still have human beings behind all of it. Yeah, I've heard the same thing, that she's narcissistic and manipulative. But the mainstream social media is telling us that. Right? Yeah, the youngest here is the baby. They're the baby. And the middle child gets the whack. The middle child gets the whack. They're not the oldest, they're not the most important, that takes all the responsibility, not the baby. They're the middle child. Right? But what if she's getting a lot of heat because Harry didn't come back? So they're trying to conquer and divide. So it's so much stress they can't take it anymore. And he comes back. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't know them. So I'm trying to be a little more objective. She could be the worst. Yeah, I'm the oldest too. But my brother, who's 14 months younger than me, is the bossiest. Very anal, very black and white, no gray. No gray from him. No way. There, the boy has no gray. And my little brother, who's 5.5, almost 6 years younger than me, he's very laid back and sweet. Unless he's had a couple of beers and somebody makes him mad. Yeah, Willie's got a point. Harry just wanted to rebel and it worked. And Harry's always been kind of a little rebellious. And then he's got kind of a soft side. And I think he's always been angsty since they lost their mother. Willie says, I'm the oldest and my brother's the middle child and he's bossy as hell. My sister doesn't want to talk to us. Well, that's a shame. Shelley says, Oop, get on up there. I'm the oldest and have twin sisters 9 months younger. Woo, y'all are like Irish triplets. Irish triplets. My middle brother is 14 months younger than me. So we're almost like Irish twins. And my little brother is 5.5, 6 years younger than us. And me and my two brothers, all of us were born on the 3rd of the month. Get that. All of us were born on the 3rd of the month. April 3rd, June 3rd, December 3rd. Each in a different season. Spring, summer, and winter. All on the 3rd of the month. Weird, huh? Your sisters are the bossy ones, but actually it's like an even keel. There's always got to be personality balance in families. Yeah, paranormal. So I think it's why it's my favorite number, actually. My whole life has been weird. 333, near-death experience when I was 12, where I died and came back. My whole life has been weird. In the middle of a final exam in graduate school, and I get the message I'm going to have a child after years of trying, and told I could not have children, and I get that weird message in my ear, a child is coming. And I get that. Yeah, I know, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. And get this, Willow. I'm looking out the window of my dorm, and there's a small Kennedy chapel there, and the priest looks at me and smiles and tells me to come out. I jump out the window, and he takes a special holy water and says a few words and blesses me. I'm telling you, my life has been highly unusual. And I had this weird feeling over me, and he hugged me. And he kissed me on the forehead. Just randomly happened one day. My life has been highly unusual. But I wouldn't trade that for anything. Yes, really. Really, really, really. On my heart. On my daughter, really. 150% really. Look, I go through a whole special process before I even have a live. I have this around me. I do prayer work, everything. Ask for the channel filled with light. I surround you guys with light. Yes, I do. I go through a whole process. This whole channel is about bringing people together, healing, education, everything. So anyway, that's why I'm not dramatic. That's why, I don't have 50 million people coming at once. And I'm trying to alter the channel to make it better for people, to make mental illness not stigmatized. So if you all could help me figure out how to reach people to help people, if I have to do the time, whatever it is I have to do, I would highly appreciate it. I'm trying to help in a most loving way. In a most loving way. And again, Friday at 4:30, Brian Smith will be here. We'll talk about his channel Grief to Growth, and he's written a book, and we will also talk about the free trauma summit. It's going to be a few-day experience. It will be online. There is no charge. It is being held by some amazing people, including Brian. Free trauma summit. He's married. He has lost a child as well. He is a good, amazing human. He's easy on the eyes. His voice is wonderful. Look, there are people that charge lots of money for something like this. If you or someone you know has dealt with a lot of trauma and you want some healing from it, and you have not been able to afford to get the help you need or someone you know, check in Friday at 4:30 Eastern. Watch the replay so you can get the information if you want to join us. It's coming up very soon. Not on this channel, on something else. I think it's going to be on Zoom or something. But join Friday, 4:30, or watch the replay so you can get the information you need to join this. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. I am not joking with you. If you want to heal from some trauma, you need to take advantage of this. I'm not doing it. Brian and some other people are. So you can get the information Friday at 4:30. Come on my live. You know I don't usually go on Fridays. But for him, I'm doing this. I asked him to come on because I feel it's that important. You know I don't do Fridays. I feel it's that important. I said, tell me when you can be available. I'll make it happen. It is that important. So if you or you know someone, tell them about it. It is that important. It is highly rare that a summit of this magnitude is offered free. Free. So if you know somebody and they want that kind of help, please share it with them. I'm not affiliated with it. I just feel it's super, super important. But anyway, I just wanted to share, the tidbit. I don't know if it's gossip or true. Good, paranormal, thank you. Thank you, Shelley. But about, Simon and his proclamation that he is the son of Camilla and Charles. It will be very interesting to find out the truth if he can get the DNA from them, if the courts demand it. We'll see. The courts versus Charles and Camilla. You are most welcome, Rita. Thank you for being here. And Willow and Shelley and James. See, who else did I miss? And thank you all for understanding when I get glitchy. Shelley's right. I don't want pity. I want understand. Nikki, thank you for coming. I don't want pity. I want Ava. I want understanding. Grenade. Sorry, Grenade. I do not want pity. I do want understanding. Because I will be riding this train for a lifetime. I'm a bad biatch. I fight through stuff. I don't give up. I fight through it. But I do want people to understand when I get glitchy. When I get glitchy. Thank you so much, Shelly. Yeah, please share. Hit that like, subscribe if you have not. You do like the earlier time, Rita. Thank you. So I'm going to start going earlier because I don't want to clash with my creator friends. There's room for all of us. I don't want to clash with them. I want to make it easier on people that are watching as well. So, any whoozy, and I do want to make room for people to feel comfortable about talking about mental illness or if they're going through something. There ain't no shame in this game. Okay, good, Shelly. Good, good, good. Thank you. And thank you all for the feedback. Never hesitate to send me a DM, put it on the community channel, anything. Anything. I love constructive feedback. I especially love honesty. Tell me the truth. Tell me like it is. It will not hurt my feelings because I want to know. I can't grow and change and be the best I can be if people aren't honest with me. Now, can I? I don't like people sugarcoating and telling me what they think I want to hear because I can't change and grow if people don't tell me the truth. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to fix and change things on here. I want to be what the people need. What they need. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm doing a channel. You got to listen to just what I want to say. No. No to the no, no, no. I want to be what people need. I want to help. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But anyway, I love and appreciate all of you so very much. I truly, genuinely do. And those in the bushes too. And those in the replay game too. I very much do. If you ever want to talk about a topic, a subject, you want to gossip a little, let me know. We'll do it. And listen, I do not want to do housewives. We all know that. But if you find a show you're interested in and you want to do character breakdowns or psychological breakdowns and it's not Housewives show, let me know and I'll look at it and we'll pick a night that we talk about that show and that show alone. If it has interesting character. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a real life show. I'm looking because I want you all to be able to talk about character and character breakdown and maybe how it connects with you on an emotional level or something. You get what I'm saying? It can be a real life channel or a real life show, or it can be a show that's not real life. Because sometimes we can connect to people in a show that's a drama. So just ponder that and let me know. And I'll start watching it and we'll do it together. You know what I mean? To have a little fun and to be able to break them down that way. So it's not always about, educational stuff or, things that you can't relate to. Because I am here for you. I'm not here for me. Anyway. Again, I love and appreciate you. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. That could not be more true. The energy you put out attracts the friends that you are with, the group that you are with. And it's important that it's a healthy group, not a group that you have to put a mask on with. People that you can just be yourself with, that you can be genuine with, that you can be real with, that you can depend on each other. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I shall let you go. I appreciate you so much. If you want to donate to the Coffee Fund, you can do so. It shows at the bottom. Miracles3@charter.net on PayPal, or Dear Dana 1111 on Cash App. You don't have to. Your presence here is support, and I love you so very much. Have a beautiful rest of your week. I shall see you Friday at 4:30 and Saturday night. Take it easy, breezy. And until next time, I shall see you. Thank you so much again. Here we go. I'm just going to play us out on a song for now. Dun 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 dun.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice change. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want.
Hey, Yanni!
Your mind's got the key ingredients.
So happy to see you, girl.
Bitter seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope,
Right,
you can
get
still
stressed
go.
out as
I
we
never
see.
answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go,
Everybody getting stressed out.
go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change.
Let
You could flip the
go
gray
of your
matter like some
stress.
batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A.
On the way
And
out,
if you play that
Yanni.
game, then
Take
you just might
time,
make a
girl.
change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
I'm trying to get this. Thanks out of my janky.
I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Night, everybody. Love you so much.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Bitter seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.